Heaves Barnside Chat. We take your questions from the magic rainbow bag. Love lives here, so join us today for Heaves Barnside Chat. You can find us in Campbellville, Ontario. We have rescued chickens, pigs, and cows and goats. We've got plenty more farmed animals, big and small, all for love and love for all. Welcome to Heaves Barnside Chat. We take your questions from the magic rainbow bag. Love lives here, so join us today for Heaves Barnside Chat. Our mission is to inspire kindness and compassion for farmed animals everywhere. You can help us take action by volunteering or through donations, or visit our store and check out our website to learn more. Welcome to Heaves Barnside Chat. We take your questions from the magic rainbow bag. Love lives here, so join us today for Heaves Barnside Chat. Happily ever after Farm Sanctuary.
Hello, friends! Welcome to another episode of Heaves Barnside Chat. It is cold today. It is really cold. We hope you're having a wonderful day wherever in the world you're tuning in from. Please let us know in the comment feed below where you're tuning in from. We always love to see where everybody is coming from. We see Eileen from East Yorkshire. Hello, everybody. Oh, the sun is out now and I can't see my screen. Please remember, folks, if you have a question that you would like answered, maybe during the live feed this time or next time, all you have to do is put your question in the comment field below, and our kind admins that helped keep this feed alive, help keep this a safe space for everybody, they will take those questions out and they will make sure that they reach our desk in time for the next Barnside Chat. Or sometimes, if I can see the screen, I will even grab questions as they fly by if it's an appropriate time to answer them. I'd like to thank our volunteers, all of our volunteers that help keep this live feed a safe space, and they squash out the trolls and they flick away any distractions. We are happy to have the volunteers. We are happy to have a volunteer on all of our spaces to make sure that it's a safe space, because we know how much enjoyment you get from coming here. Hello, Mary. Hello, Monica. Hello, Andrea. Good morning to Shirley. Hello, good morning to Bicky. Hello. Oh my gosh, us Austria. Hello from Austria. Oh, I would love to visit Austria. We've been all around Austria, but never to Austria. All right, we have the magic rainbow bag. I have Steve's magic rainbow bag. Steve won't be able to join us today. He's got lots of stuff happening right now inside the house, and he couldn't get away. So he did want me to say hello to everybody, and that he will be here next time. But I did bring his bag. I snagged it, and there are questions. They're all cut up here, and so we will start to answer some questions right after we review this video. I was going through all my videos, and I was like, I gotta play this video again. This video is so heart-touching, and if you haven't seen it, I hope you like it. And if you have seen it, I know you're going to enjoy watching it again.
Catch the wind and fly away. I will go where you go, never wander alone. There's no time to waste, 'cause I comes close. Nothing comes close to this. You take my breath away, and I have no words to say. I've opened up the gates with you, with you, with you. One by one the stars come out and the sky begins to glow with a feeling I've never known before. Through the high and low, nothing comes close. Nothing comes close to this. Catch the wind and fly away. I will go where you go. I will stay where you stay for the rest of my days. 'Cause nothing comes close. Nothing comes close to this. Nothing comes close. Nothing comes close to this.
Hello, welcome back, friends. There's not a dry eye in the house right now. That's one of my favorite clips, one of my favorite collaborations for the whole year so far. Steve came in when I was editing it, and I was bawling while I was watching the final edit. I was really touched by it, and I hope you are too. All right, I've got Steve's magic rainbow bag with the questions. There's not that many questions in the bag this week, but we will take a couple. Here we are. First question. Oh, okay. Maybe not the first question. Well, I'll read it to you out of humor anyways. Who is the most dramatic, neediest, funniest, likely to be a stripper, drunk at a board meeting, partakes in the devil's lettuce behind the barn, most likely to steal the tractor for a joyride? Wow, that is quite a question. There's a lot of that we can't touch, but it's funny anyways to imagine how we may answer that. I wish Steve was here right now to answer that. Okay, this one's from Bobby. I recall one of the goals was a new equipment storage area. I believe it was a huge cover area with storage containers on either side. Is that still planned for the future? Yes, absolutely it is. We raised the funds for that during the Summer Sparkle campaign, and the site prep is all finished where that is going in, and the container, the roof is now here on site, and now we're just waiting for the shipping containers. If you can believe it, there is actually a shipping container shortage in the world. I don't know if you've heard about, and that has made the price of shipping containers a little bit more expensive than we would have liked, and it makes them a little bit more hard to come by. So we've got ours ordered, and we're in line to get them. And we're having some modifications done to the doors, and as well as they're being painted. So good question. Thank you very much, Bobby. Okay. Next question. How come there's co-eds... Nope, not that question either. I need to screen these questions. Brenda Armstrong, did the big heads come into the barn when it gets cold out? That's a great question. And the big heads, they do come into... They do have their own... They do have their own run-in shelter, and they have access to that, so they can get out of the wind. And of course, we've got the new barn, which is currently being built right now for them, up in pasture 9, which is up way up into the back. And if you follow Kevin's This Old Barn, you'll see the progress that's happened on that on the cow barn. So yeah, they do get to come into the barn out of the cold. It's early on when we first got here, it was amazing the feelings that we would have towards the bovine about wanting to run out into the field and tarp them from the winter. And you know, they are built to withstand the cold temperatures. They have got really thick insulated coats, and they just need a space to get out of the wind mostly. So good question, Brenda. Okay. How is Corno doing? This is the last question that's in the bag, if you can believe that. How is Corno doing? Debbie Schultz. Does he have arthritis? Yes, Corno is doing very well. He lives in the house with Stephen and I and Esther and Phil and Dolores, and he is doing well. And some of you may have noticed on film that he is walking with a hobble. He definitely has arthritis in his legs, and the best thing that we can do for him is keeping the weight off of him and making sure that he gets adequate exercise. So yeah, he absolutely has arthritis. That's something that we deal with all of the residents as they get older, is certainly degradation and arthritis for sure. Okay, so that's the questions from the Magic Rainbow Bag. I can't believe it. A couple of the questions were inappropriate this week, and I definitely should have screened those. But if you have a question, you can put it down in the comment feed below, and I'd be happy to perhaps take a question here off of the cuff. But we'll switch gears right now, and we will talk about what happened here this past weekend. So this past weekend, we had the Pumpkin Smash Party, and it was a wonderful event. We did a virtual event where we smashed pumpkins all across the fields for all of the residents here. And here is the final tabulation of how many pumpkins were raised or donated, if you will. So here it is, folks. Almost 100 pumpkins were donated to the Pumpkin Smash, and that is amazing. Although we didn't smash 700 pumpkins, the extra money, the additional money that was left over from the Pumpkin Smash will go directly to the grocery fund, which we spend $300 to $400 a week just on fresh produce for the rabbits and for the goats and sheep and for the pigs and acute care and for medical, for medicine delivery. We use a lot of fruits and vegetables. So that is outstanding. That was almost 700 pumpkins, and on the wagon, we bought 200 pumpkins on the wagon, and it's going to be Pumpkin Smash Party around here all week. Richard especially loves smashing pumpkins. Also, Captain Dan and Sweet Angelo experienced his first pumpkin smash with us. I wasn't sure if Angelo was going to be able to partake in the pumpkin smash, but we were able to make sure that he got a pumpkin as well. A couple of updates on Angelo. As you know, Angelo is in quarantine. He's in the quarantine area right now, and that's because of a disease that he has called CL. And we needed to make sure that the abscess that he was getting on his neck and that was draining was taken care of appropriately, because the abscess, any of the stuff that drains out of it, the pus and the gunk, that can infect other people and also other goats and sheep. So the way that we deal with it is, in a very meticulous way to make sure that we're combating it as best as we can to mitigate risk, or eliminate risk, if you will. So I just heard from the healthcare team that Angelo's abscess is all cleared up now. It's no longer draining out. It's healed up. The rest of the goat and sheep herd have been inoculated against the disease called CL. And then Angelo will make his way up behind me here, into the goat and sheep barn. That's barn number 7, up there behind us. Not the little one. The little one here is the fire hall that's closest, but way in the back, that's barn number 7, and it's divided in two. So Angelo will be sleeping in barn 7B for the next little while he lives side by side with the rest of the goats and sheep, and then he will merge in, which we are ready for. We know he is also ready, and we hope that you're excited to see those developments as they come in. You'll be able to check them out on Andrea's Bear Care Healthcare Corner. There we go. This week, aisle that are in the way, that perhaps injure the residents. So any of the dead trees that are in pastures or on the pasture edges that could take fence lines, we have to hire a company that comes to take care of it. I don't know if you know how dangerous arborist work is, tree trimming is. It is exceptionally dangerous, and it's big equipment, a big crew of people. They use this crane, and here comes a big piece. So this tree would take about 3 people with their arms open, circle to get around it. It's a huge tree right in the middle of the new pig pasture, right beside the new pig barn. And we had to make sure that we get that taken care of so that it doesn't fall and crash into the barn, and or big dead things won't fall off of it and injure people or the residents. So this big piece here that's being craned out, we didn't know at the time, but one of the lumberjacks that helped used his chainsaw and carved it all up into a bench and left the bench by our fire. So that piece right there that we're lifting out right now, that is actually a bench right by the fire. It is beautiful. We didn't imagine that happening, and it was a wonderful surprise. So we had the crew go all across the property. We tagged trees and their priority, and then we take care of them. There's so many trees. There's more trees than there is time to take care of. But this tree right here by Esther's Bog or Esther's Pond was pretty dead. And that curve that the camera just zoomed in on, it's a long story about this tree and that curve. But that curve right there, let me bring up, there we are. The curve that was in that tree, so right behind me you can see, let's see. So right behind me you can see the tree is no longer there, it's just a stump, but the curved section was actually created by a pot-belly pig from the previous owners of the farm. They were caregivers to a pot-belly pig, and they planted that tree behind us, and the pot-belly pig would scratch. He would scratch on that one spot real close to the ground, and it started to curve the tree, and it grew. That curve grew with the tree, and it grew all the way up, and obviously the tree at the bottom got so strong that the curve stopped, and the pig could no longer curve the tree anymore. But as time went on, that curve grew up the tree and continued to stay there. So when we had them here, we made sure to have special instructions to keep that curved section, because we've got a plan for it. So the big crane comes in, attach it from the bottom, and then the gentleman climbed the tree here, cut it off, and raised the whole thing out. It's such an amazing thing to see. I could watch these people do this all day. So there it goes, just lifted off. and then they laid it down and they cut off all of the branches. There we are. So we kept that curved piece. We had an idea for it. We kind of feel like it's a piece of legacy that needs to stay with the farm and not go through the wood chipper. So what we're going to do with that chunk, that curved chunk, is we're going to make that the entrance to Memorial Trail. So there'll be the curved section, and then there'll be 2 posts that hold it, and that will be the beginning of Memorial Trail. So we're happy to have some thoughtful process around here. And we hope that you enjoy seeing it. And I don't think it's going to go installed this season. We're running out of time to do that. But it's definitely one of the plans put in place because we do want to make sure that that is shared for a long time. So there you have it. That's the tree. That's the story of the curve on the tree. Hey, there we are. We have a wonderful relationship with with Wildlife Haven Waterloo, and they have always been there whenever we call, whenever we have help needed for wildlife. And just recently, we found some orphaned chipmunks that made their way from just outside of Bunnytown. And of course, we don't. We would love to care for wildlife here, but we don't have an appropriate license to care for wildlife, and only people that have licenses can care for wildlife. So whenever we find a wildlife resident of the property that is in need, we always call them first. And so the chipmunks have gone up there. In past, I don't know if you remember Gussie, the porcupine, and then there was also possum that went up there. So we're happy to have folks just like the Wildlife Haven in Waterloo be out there to take care of wildlife. So thank you so much to them. We found a really big wasp. It flew into our house and it sounded like a bird flying around. It's hard to gauge just how big it is here. My first thought was that it was one of those murder hornets, just based on the size. I'll get another photo here to see if that shows you, but that's my finger on the window, my index finger, and you can see just how big this wasp is. It is horrifyingly big. So we contacted our friends over at the University of Guelph. They have there is a professor there that they have a bee health unit, and we thought that they would be the first people that we should contact to see if they could identify this species. And thankfully, it is not, I repeat, it is not one of those murder hornets, thankfully. It is a European hornet. So it has been identified, and we are marked as safe. So that is good about that. We've been having a lot of questions on the board about that. If you have a question, make sure you just put it down in the comment feed below so that we can snag those questions off of the board and we can have them in the Magic Rainbow bag for next week, okay? Lots of questions we can get through. All right. I think I've covered it all. We had a wonderful event on the weekend with the Pumpkin Smash. A special thanks to everybody that was able to partake in that. Having these fun events around the farm is a real privilege for myself to be able to partake in them. And of course, we are forever grateful and thankful for your love and support. Friends, my name's Derek, my partner Steve, who is not here today. He would be wishing you well, and we wish good health and happiness to everybody. We hope you're having a wonderful day wherever in the world you're tuning in from. I'm going to leave you with this short video, which again you have seen, but this is one of our favorites, and we're going to hit it again. Thanks everybody so much for tuning in. Thank you for your love and support. See you next week. Bye-bye.
I know that kindness is the answer. that love could be the thing that opens any door. Maybe I've been naive before, but I'm not anymore. 'Cause I know that kindness is the answer we're all searching for. Really, 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 really need your love. Really, 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 really,
So proud of
really
you, Stick.
need your love. I'm begging you to be kind. 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 I know that everyone's got mountains that they're climbing on. Sometimes we throw and roll, but mostly we just throw stones. You know the world never changed for better when hate carries on. So stop throwing love away just to say that you're not wrong. What do you really need to let go? To see that someone really, 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 really needs your love. I'm begging you to be kind. I'm begging you to be kind, be kind, be kind. I'm begging
Can I
you
get
to
Bobby
be
Girl Cedar Branch?
kind.
Can I get Bobby Girl Cedar Branch?
I'm begging you to
Bobby
be
girl.
kind, be
Yeah,
kind, be
oh, that's nice. We should have installed it like
Oh, you
this.
gotta see
There you go, lady.
yourself in the face of your brother. See your sister as you. Let's call it us to lay our lives down for one another and leave our pride for the truth. We gotta be the change. We gotta be the change. I'm begging you to be kind, be kind, be kind. Oh, I'm begging you to be kind, be kind, be kind. Oh, I'm begging you to be kind, be kind, be kind. I'm begging you to be kind, be kind, be kind. I'm begging you to be kind, really need your love. I'm begging you to be kind, really need your love. I'm begging you to be kind, really need your love. I'm begging you to be kind, really need your love. I'm begging you to be kind. I'm begging you to be kind, be kind, be kind. I'm begging you to be kind.
What are you doing? Huh? What are you doing? You wanna go for a walk? Wanna go for a walk? Let's go for a walk.
All we need is a place to be and a few good friends for some company. If you'd like to stay, you don't have to leave. We'll leave the lights on and the door unlocked. If you drop on by, you don't have to knock. We're happy to share whatever we've got.